there we come from.
Was it just it? Okay, actually it was taken
by Morocco, and now even if they say this is Morocco, it's a Moroccan colony. So now the Moroccan, the Saharian bank of fishing, which is between the Canary Islands and the mainland of Africa, we are in Africa, anyway. Now this Saharian bank of fishing belongs to Morocco, and this is one of the reasons because of which we have abandoned fishing in the Canary Islands. Not because we are lazy or something like that. 120,000 tons of sardines every year until 1992 in Arrecife. So salt was quite important here also in the past. Salt, conserves, for example, lime, lava where literally you cannot walk. Not only because this is forbidden, but because that's the last one coming out from the craters, which are to your left, is thick. High degree of viscosity, acid, aggressive, slow. 950 Celsius. When it stops and finally gets cold, it breaks, giving us this kind of a broken landscape. What?
That was fun.
The rest of the food of birds, okay?
You said it's not fun.
The wind bringing seeds, little by little, also the animals within their blood. 10, 15 million years ago, the weather of the planet was completely different. And actually, finally, 5 million years ago, we started an ice age in the continent, which didn't happen in the Canary Islands. Breaking the rock as a baby bites the breast of the mother looking for life, preparing the place for dance. On top of the rocks, you will have also the expressions of the animals. You are a tourist as myself. When I go abroad, and if I don't know the rules, I say, oh, beautiful lavas, I'm going to take a picture. And you are not a bad person for that. But imagine that we are 3 million tourists per year in here. If every single one does the same, we have no lava field in 1 year. On each side of the canal, we do not sit. We do not sit on top of the animal until we are told to do so, okay? There will be a shepherd taking care of the caravan and a seat belt, of course, okay? So no minimum age, no danger. 11 euros per person is not forbidden. Now, that is important. It's not forbidden to, that is important what I'm going to say. It's not forbidden to take pictures, but watch out, okay? What you see is a scar, which is an alignment of craters of 14 kilometers and 25. So there is not a mountain which is called Timanfaya. Timanfaya is the name of the whole place, of the whole area, Timanfaya. And actually it was the name of the first hamlet to be destroyed by lavas, to the first little village to be destroyed by lavas. Timanfaya was the name. That's why we speak about all of this area as the national park of Timanfaya. Being Timanfaya, I insist, as it was, a small town, a hamlet, the very first to be destroyed by lavas the night of the 1st of September of 1730. So, what
We go around here.
they put a record in English or English Spanish or something. Myself, I'm paid to speak and speak I do, okay? I put also some music. I hope you will like it.
No, look here, it's gonna make a big fountain. Ready?
Una, dos.
What's that?
My look from my bus.
Scary.
That's the people I'm speaking to. They put a record in English or English Spanish or something. Myself, I'm paid to speak and speak I do, okay? I put also some music. I hope you will like it. We are now arriving to the wine cellar, and I think I don't want to feed you up too many things, so yeah, we will go with the house. Even like that, the landscape of Lanzarote. That's it. First of all together, and then we will have free time. After, and this is precisely below this crater you have on your right. The crater of the Raven. We stop in 15 minutes. I see you're a bit tired. In 15 minutes we stop, okay? So, all of these were serialistic areas, Timanfaya and all. No human victims, okay? But nevertheless, the people lost their way of living. It was the moment to restart with agriculture. And we are going to sit in form of a vineyard now. A glass of wine in Lanzarote, where we don't water the plants, even if, I mean the area, okay? Even if between April and September, we don't have rain, because the volcanic ash retains a lot of humidity for the plant. So we will enjoy a glass of wine. You will have also the possibility of going to the loo, to the toilet, of taking a picture of this beautiful landscape. La Heria vineyards, usually every wine cellar uses to tectonic fracture to the same platform. They got divided, one from the other, they got divorced. Lanzarote from Fuerteventura 20,000 years ago, when the ice from the sea melted after the last ice age, which was not suffered directly inside the Canary Islands, but indirectly, yes, because we lost some land to the sea. So now Lanzarote and Fuerteventura, they are separated since the end of the last ice age, but actually they are linked to each other deep inside. To cut a long story short, we are the same island, Lanzarote and Fuerteventura. West coast, lava coast, ahead of you, if you take a look to the horizon. In the center of this beautiful painting, which is the landscape of the volcanoes, the restaurant, the Devil, and on your right, a beautiful caldera with the eyes of the Devil looking at you. For 4 euros, if I recall, or 5 or something like that, or potatoes, or for example, pork ribs for the same, for 5 euros. Tourism arrived is that they started also to do some things which were not costing like 3,000 or 400 euros, but things which were costing 15, 20, 25, which were affordable and a beautiful, unique souvenir from here. Potatoes coming from Morocco or food coming from Argentina. Nothing against that, is the way the planet works nowadays, but we have to adapt. So in the case of Lanzarote, tourism it is, because we have good weather the whole year. For our standards, for example, that's a bad day of weather, so still I think it's acceptable. We have 20 Celsius in winter, 28 in summer. Wonderful beaches, politically corrupt but stable, no terrorist attacks so far, I cross my fingers. And a beautiful landscape, not only of lavas, but also the monuments of Cesar Manrique in the north, which are going to be UNESCO Worldwide Heritage in some years, Jamios del Agua, etc. And of course, the lava landscapes of the south and the beautiful white architecture of the houses. All of that give us the possibility of obtaining a very competitive product, which is not only a sun and... Don't take me wrong, I like beer and to go to the beach, to get ashamed because of the apps of... and pay attention from time to time, because eyes are children, as we say here. To bikinis I shouldn't look at because I have a wife, but still my eyes are children. I like the beach, of course, and to play with my daughter, but we are far more than a sun and beach destination. You only have to take a look to the left and to the right.